Thank you so much. And yes, let us break the walls of ignorance. And we are one big family. I would like to thank you for inviting me to join you today. It's an honor and a pleasure to be part of this important occasion. I would like to begin by thanking Dr. Kent Davis Packard and Dania Abdallah for your introductions. I applaud the tireless work of your entire team at Women Forward International to advance women, to advance society, and channel the transformative power of art. My thanks also to the many partners, sponsors, and others involved with the success of WFI, including the UN Institute for Training and Research, the participating academic institutions, and the impressive array of speakers and artists who will share their insights and talents with you today. It's getting late here in Qatar, so I wish I could stay with you for the whole duration, but I understand there'll be a recording sent out. My special thanks to the Embassy of Qatar and our ambassador, His Excellency Sheikha bin Hamad Al Thani, for his leadership and commitment and dedication of Aisha Al Misnet, the Assistant Defense Attaché and a WFI board member. Ladies and gentlemen, as we witness the ongoing recovery from the pandemic, we are keenly aware of our needs to work together to create a better world. As a global citizen, we are changed forever. As global citizens, I should say, we are changed forever. And in response to this, we must also change our collective approach to the important issues we face. This includes reevaluating and reimagining the role of the arts in the world. The good news is that these changes have already begun, and we have seen the positive role that artists are playing in the recovery. People around the world turned to art during this time of crisis. They participated in online arts experiences in record numbers, attending the fast-growing roster of virtual exhibitions and programs offered by museums around the world and Qatar museums here in Doha and others in the field. The digital space definitely becomes an important space to reconsider after the pandemic. They sought the inspiration and they sought the inspiration of art in outdoor spaces, flocking to sculpture parks, gardens, and installations of public art, which we have multiplied here in Doha. In a testament to the importance of creativity, they even used their face coverings as canvases for self-expression. Nowhere was a creative drive more evident than among the artists themselves. Around the world, they found new ways to make art and connect with audiences, new audiences. We now can appreciate more than ever the universal hunger for art and the role that artists can play in society, opening new perspectives on the challenges we face and imagining new ways to recognize and honor the humanity we all share. If the COVID-19 pandemic has made us more aware of our common humanity, it has also revealed the need for us to face our challenges together across the globe, wherever we are. It is now undeniable that the world's inequities touch us all. These inequities include the shortage of quality education and healthcare among underserved and under-resourced communities, the social and economic damage caused by climate change and food insecurity, generational poverty, and entrenched prejudices that prevent women from taking their rightful place in our economy. Our response cannot be a rush to return to the normal. In fact, there is a new normal that one has to consider. It should be a rallying cry for us to work together to create a better and more equitable world. We have spent more than a year with our faces covered to protect ourselves from a virus that's invisible and has exposed the flaws of existing systems. It didn't matter if you're rich or poor, famous or not, it affected us all equally. Let us now take this mask of indifference and commit ourselves to creating the world to which we all aspire to. I believe there are three major components to creating that world: education, the arts, and culture, and female leadership. When all children and young people have access to a quality education, they hold the key not only to unlock their own futures, but also to raise up and transform their communities, their nations, and the entire world. Art is a means of communication that can break down barriers, unite people, and change the way we think about ourselves and each other. The arts are crucial in enabling each country to share the best of itself with others throughout the world in a peaceful and tolerant space. It is open to everybody and anybody. And the arts are fundamental to creative and critical thinking, inspiring individuals to develop innovative solutions and designs for our future. Wherever you see progress being made, you also see the impact of an increase in women in leadership. It is why we are here today, brought together by the WFI. I am proud to say that Qatar provides examples of how progress can be made in all these key areas. Our efforts to create a progressive, modern society while remaining steeped in our culture is organic and evolving. We are fully determined that these efforts will continue. Under the vision and leadership of my mother, Her Highness Sheikha Mayassa bint Hamad, the Qatar Foundation created a global campus known as Education City, welcoming women and men as equals and serving students from Qatar throughout the region. Education City is also a major instructional resource for children from a very young age. Here, from their first day of school all the way through postgraduate to professional studies, young people find the support that enables them to become active, productive citizens in whatever career path they choose. Not only are they getting an education, however, they're also inside buildings that have been built by very famous architects, and the whole urban space that has been created within Education City is inspirational by itself, I should say. And as a result, the lessons that students learn in Education City do not just stay in Education City. They spread far beyond this urban campus, leading to innovations beyond the borders of Qatar. Education and career developments are also cornerstones of the work of Qatar Museums, the Doha Film Institute, Reach Out to Asia, and the Qatar Leadership Centre, of which I chair. I am pleased to say that we have made significant strides in developing an arts and culture ecosystem in Qatar that support young artists, filmmakers, and designers. We have focused on empowering people with skills to improve the growth of our society and economy, and men and women have equal access to all positions in government, whether public or private sector. They're paid equal salaries, and I'm very proud to say that a lot of progress has been made in this area. And in these initiatives, we do not shy away from questioning women's roles in societies around the world and offering images of women's empowerment. These are, in fact, distinct threads running through the projects of Qatar Museums, for example. Allow me to just give you 3 brief examples of exhibitions we have done to showcase the leading roles women have, not just in Qatar, but around the world. In 2013, at QM's Qatar Exhibition Gallery, we presented the first exhibition in the Middle East of the work of the Italian artist Francesco Rizzoli, titled The Museum of Crying Women. The collaged works in the exhibition were altered portraits of female celebrities shown in exaggerated sorrow. Rizzoli's subversive works prompted viewers to ask why there is a cultural assumption that successful women must be tragic figures. He also explained to me that the reason he showed women who are crying, or is called Crying Woman, in the exhibition is often when a woman decides to have children, it is her who needs to sacrifice her job over her husband, who doesn't have to carry on the same responsibilities. So the idea was also to create a notion of discourse to showcase the important role women have in participating in the economy and the development of society, but also the critical role they play in bringing up future generations to support that growth. In that same year, as we showed Rizzoli's work, Qatar Museums presented a contrasting exhibition at the Museum of Islamic Art. In this initiative, we invited 16 of the female artisans associated with the Prince of Wales Turquoise Mountain Foundation to come from Afghanistan to Doha for a residency. These women studied the ancient artifacts in the collection of the Museum of Islamic Art, and they made more than 40 new works of their own, which we displayed side by side with our treasures in an exhibition titled Farzukh, Tradition and Continuity in Afghan Art. The third major contrasting initiative, which we presented in 2017, was an exhibition of works by the British photographer Jessica Fulmer Dobson titled Skate Girls of Kabul. This widely acclaimed series of photographs presented portraits of young girls in Afghanistan who come from disadvantaged families and who have found self-respect, self-expression, and community through skateboarding. We're very proud to have been the first institution in the Middle East to exhibit these photographs. Today, as we hear growing concerns about the future of young girls and women in Afghanistan, it seems all the more important to me that Qatar presents these initiatives and exhibitions. It's also important for young girls and women here to understand the struggles of women and girls around the world and be appreciative of the resources made available to them and the opportunities, but also to make a difference to their lives by contributing in their development and education. But now, turning from past efforts to the future, allow me to describe two important upcoming projects of Qatar Museums, both of which are highly relevant to today's theme. The Qatar Children's Museum, which we call DEDU, our museum for children, is currently under development. It will provide children and their families a place for learning and growth through inclusive, open-ended play, exploration, and experimentation. End of this year, we'll be opening our 321 Qatar Olympic and Sports Museum. It will be an experiential museum that not only offers an inspiring, interactive journey through the history of sports and the Olympic Games, but it also aims to encourage physical activity and a healthy lifestyle. It also allows us to be part of the IOC network and the museum in Lausanne. As I'm sure you're also aware, Qatar will host next year's FIFA World Cup. The 321 Museum is only one part of a broad program of exhibitions and cultural activities that we will be preparing as we welcome you, perhaps, in the world to Qatar. This focused, intentional approach to international exchange and understanding is also the underpinning of our ongoing series of Years of Culture. This year, Qatar is proud to be working with the United States as its partner nation for Qatar-US 2021 Year of Culture. The specially curated program of exhibitions, bilateral exchanges, and events held in both nations enhances the ties between the people of our two nations and reaffirms our commitment to promoting dialogue through the arts. It also allows for various exchanges in business, education, health, science, in order to bring people from different parts of the world closer together and help in the understanding of our differences. All of these factors, education, art, and culture, and female empowerment, are enablers of any thriving society. We have incorporated these among the key elements of Qatar National Vision 2030, a framework for our country to reach our goals to become an advanced society capable of sustaining its development and providing a high standard of living for its people. These factors are also essential to the successful achievements of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the world's collective plan to end poverty, reduce inequities, and tackle climate change. It is exciting to imagine the possibilities ahead of us, and I am thrilled that today you'll discuss the many ways women can move forward to take their rightful place as leaders across the globe. Today's events must lead to building diverse, ever stronger partnerships that increases our ability to walk in the vanguard. Let us all leave today with a renewed dedication to our shared values, putting the empowerment of women and the bridging of hearts and minds of every individual at the center of our efforts. I challenge us all to think bigger and consider the power of possible, as the world's creative communities have done so movingly over the past year. We know what needs to be done. The opportunity to build the world to which we all aspire is within reach. Let us seize it while we can and give hope to millions around the world while we break these barriers. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, and thank you.